Hello everyone, my name is Shepard and welcome back to the Butcher's Circus. Today I'm gonna be showing you some of the best matches that I had during my win streak of 20 plus games. So I was using this variant of the Heylow comp, which has the Crusader in first, which basically acts as a stunning character and sometimes using Bulwark as well, also having the support from Rally to the Flame for healing. I bring the Jest in position 2, which immediately lets me have a lot of finale pressure, and then obviously just the backline of Bounty Hunter Arbalest, but just overall damage and finishing precious. So overall a really good team, and we're going to be seeing essentially the best matches I had from my win streak. So I did it all in one go, so I basically started playing and only finished playing like 4 hours later. So that was fun. Yeah. So overall, you could say that by the end I was getting a bit tired of playing so many matches. Yeah, so it is. So we're playing against a Darkest One opponent. This was one of the toughest matches right here. Because the team he's playing, I mean, it doesn't look very meta. I mean, there's a Shield Breaker and an Abomination together. That's not something you see every day. As well as a Musketeer. Like, that's just weird. It's also an Antiquarian, but overall, all of his characters are gonna make it so this is gonna be really close as a match. So the audio might be a bit terrible at the moment, because I had to go through quite the process to actually get this to work. I had to record each match individually and then record them all together, and then add commentary on top, so it's like 3 recordings in once. So there it is. In hindsight, me going for that sniper shot into that Abomination there might have been a mistake. I was hoping for a crit or even at least a high damage roll, but getting a roll for 12 makes it so just firing away the stun and stunning the A-bomb would have been a superior play. But you know, it's hindsight, what can you do? Here I have an option between just using Battle Ballad, Dark Stabbing forward into the Abomination, or just using a Harvest. So every choice seems like kind of good, but I do eventually just go for the Harvest here because that's what's causing the most pressure. Also, keep in mind that I went for the Harvest before clicking my Crusader, which is kind of crucial here because there's like this sort of principle in the Butcher's Circus. It's one of the least important principles, but it's still important. You usually want to apply damage faster, so you want to make it so your opponent drops to 0 HP at round 5 rather than round 6. So yeah, making it so that Musketeer takes that bleed can be useful. Here now he just goes for a stun on my Arbalest, which is very important, so you can see like, oh yeah, Shep, you should have just flared and stunned his Abomination. It's alright. If I had gotten a crit or a high damage roll, that A-bomb would be totally screwed by now. Yeah, that's the way it is. So we just stun him in this kind of back and forth, and right now we're just gonna have to try to keep our team in position. There's one big underlying threat here, is that if I take too long to kill this A-bomb, there's a little thing on my opponent's team called Materia Pestis, Festering Vapors from the Antiquarian, because that Festering Vapors is gonna hurt like hell. That's, yeah, Materia Pestis. You see me instantly realizing, oh shit, I went for the wrong character. Well, that Antiquarian has to die soon. So yeah, you're definitely gonna see me probably just trying to shift my pressure around, because 8 damage on each character is totally insane. It makes it so we don't have a late game essentially, because the Crusader is just gonna fall down 0 HP, everyone's gonna fall down to 0 HP within like 4 rounds of that Materia Pestis being used. Just the Materia Pestis alone. Here we see another patch up. Wow, a heal for 15? Jesus, it's because that Musketeer has that extra healing skills, as well as the plus healing received. Like, that's insane actually. Here we just drop a Caltrops, try and put in some hurt on that shield breaker mainly. So when we go down to focus, it's gonna be a bit better. So yeah, this is gonna be quite a long game, considering my Arbalest is in position 1. Not essentially what the Heylow comp likes. It likes having a quick kill, like round 1 or 2, and then another kill with finale by like round 2, 3. That's usually what it likes, and then it still has a stun in the form of the Crusader, and you're totally just winning. Yeah, now there's the Festering Vapors, and wow, it's just 2 Materia Pestis takes on everyone as well as a crit. It's gonna start hurting because that damage just lingers. Here I go for a Battle Bout because I realize if I want to stun this shield break, I'm probably gonna need a bit more accuracy. And you know, it doesn't hurt to have more accuracy, really. You don't want to miss those stuns with the Crusader. So, what does his Shieldbreaker go for? It's quite interesting that he doesn't have a Blight ability on that Shieldbreaker. I mean, I would definitely bring a Blight ability on her every time. Yeah, now this is an interesting position here because you can heal the Arbalest, which is kind of pointless. She's just gonna drop anyway with the Blight. You could try to just use the Arbalest turn before she gets killed somehow, or you could pull the Antiquarian, making it so that Musketeer doesn't have her buckshot to get a deathblow anymore. Yeah, but you look at that, and I don't believe that Musketeer had aimed shot. Yeah, she does not. That means our Arbalest can survive for a little while longer. Even if you wanted to heal the Arbalest here, which I don't believe I will, because I think a stun is more important, make sure you use the Blight first, and then you go for the heal. It's just better. Let's see what that Musketeer is gonna do now. I can't remember everything from each match, but yeah, I remember the overall things that happened. This happened quite a few days ago, you know, me going for the win streak, and essentially I've been very busy lately. Yeah, I found some time to review the matches, and I thought, well, a bit of commentary would go a long way, making this video better. Yeah, so we go for a stun with our Antiquarian, we prevent the flow of damage, which is another big and important concept. You can prevent your enemy from doing damage to you, all the power to you, because you're essentially just winning. And yeah, the Festering Vapors is the biggest flow of damage here. So there's a stun on my Arbalest, 25% deathblow chance. So she's stunned now, and now we just go for a stun on this shield breaker, and voila, he can't kill me this round. He can't kill my Arbalest this round. There's no aimed shot, he's already used Abomination 10, and look at this, 2 stuns with the Crusader. He's completely immobilizing his front line. Absolutely beautiful. And this is with a team that only has 1 stunning character. Imagine if you slap another stunning character on this team. Yeah, some people might be asking, oh Shep, I thought you said the World Domination team was the best for win streaks. And I do stand by that. I still think it's better for win streaks, but I didn't want to get dodge memed, as well as I wanted to test just how powerful the Heylow comp would be in like going for a win streak situation, essentially. I kinda had a back and forth with the trinkets on the Jester. I started off by running Reaper Shroud, so I could do more finale damage round 1 and 2. Thinking that would be just absolutely great, but plus 15% damage actually doesn't get you too far. Yeah, I thought it would be like, oh, the damage values of finale are gonna skyrocket, but it doesn't really help that much. You only get like plus 1 point of damage minimum and maximum until like 4 finale buffs. And by the time you have 4 finale buffs, you're doing 16 to 29 damage. Oh, those values are coming off my head. Yeah, you're doing 16 to 29 damage and you're totally chilling. You really don't have to worry about getting more damage on it most of the time, essentially. So yeah, and I found myself not getting enough death blows without the finisher, so there's that. You see that I went for a come hither there onto that Musketeer, which is an absolutely perfect play because it would essentially deny the Abomination his turn. But of course he gets to resist here. Now it's going to be really difficult to save my Arbalest. Because she's in position 1, she can't heal herself, she still has enough blight on her to drop after I heal her with the Crusader. So I just decide to drop a Polo before she dies. She already survived 2 death blows, a 25 and a 40. And now he has 2 ways of killing her. Either with Antiquarian, which is gonna make him vulnerable to just getting deathblowed. So yeah, he decides to heal her first, but here we just go for a stun. And very fortunately, we roll for 10 on a 7 to 10. So that means that she's gonna drop to death stall once she acts. So that is awesome. Here he decides to go for a Manacles on my Jester instead of killing my Arbalest, which is an amazing idea because basically what I would do is I would pick the Bounty Hunter to just do anything else, let his Antiquarian drop to death stall and then just kill her with the Jester, but he prevents that from happening like this. So, a good play, Mr. I don't know, weird face and 2 exclamation marks. You can definitely see that he was trying his best to win this match as well. So yeah, now I just removed his heal. So it looks like he's just gonna go for a death blow here with Festering Vapors. Oh! Hang on a second. How did you do 0 damage? What? How's that possible? He did 0 damage. Shep. What the hell? Oh, I forgot the Arbalest is broken as hell and gets 5% protection. And him being at the stall just means that we are absolutely chilling and the Arbalest gets to live a little while longer because of that god-forsaken broken 5% protection. So it's like a 50-50, either you roll for 0 or you roll for 1. She rolled for 1 on the Crusader but 0 on the Arbalest, so what can I say? Yeah. So what I want to do here essentially is I want to use finish him this round, which means I'm gonna have to use a finale if I want to bring the Bounty Hunter to position 3. But if I want to use a finale, I don't want to waste my finale damage. I've been stacking it for like 4 rounds. So yeah, 4 rounds should be 16 to 29 damage. I think 4 rounds, yeah, 16 to 29. It's gonna be a bit less, 15 to 26, and we roll for 22 on that Abomination, killing him immediately. So that's 1 kill round 6, and here we're just gonna go for another kill. And what do you pick here, Shieldbreaker or Antiquarian? You obviously pick the Shieldbreaker before she gets to use Serpent Sway. And yeah, that's 1 dead Shieldbreaker and 1 dead Abomination. Now, after its Antiquarian act, she's gonna try and go for another death blow, and rolls for 0 again on the Arbalest. My fucking god. Isn't she just a beautifully balanced character? Unbelievable. Yeah, instead of getting +1 HP, like the Musketeer does, Musketeer has 39 HP, so the Arbalest gets 38 and 5% protection, as if that's ever a fair deal. Yeah, you just, you see that my opponent here is not surrendering, though he absolutely should. He essentially doesn't have a winning chance anymore. But I can just feel by the way they're playing, like how they're moving their characters, how it took him a little bit to act with his Musketeer, that he just did not want to lose. He did not want to lose this match, but there's no choice for him here. I'm gonna take him down. There is nothing he can do about it. I suppose he also doesn't want to just surrender. Here going for Dex, I mean, doesn't matter anymore. He's gonna drop right away with the Caltrops. Yeah, so my opponent here could just be a bit of an asshole and keep delaying with the bandages on herself, which would be just purely annoying. But if I remember correctly, he just goes for a smokescreen trying to get a kill. And we survived 3 death blows with that Jester. So quite fortunate. But at this point it wouldn't even matter if the Jester died. nor does it matter too much in every match. Yeah, here we just go for a kill confirm. We drop her death blow resistance down by a bit, and we're gonna heal our bounty hunter, also clearing the minus accuracy debuff to make sure that he has enough accuracy to properly finish my opponent off. And there we go. Goodbye Musketeer, and GG to this match. This was like match number 5 or 6 out of the 20 plus matches. So yeah, you can see here that I had to single out all the matches and essentially record them, and now I'm recording them again. If you're going against the darkest opponent, Darkest Daddy, you might be noticing from the timer, like, Shep, the video's about to end in 30 seconds. What the hell's gonna happen this match? Are you gonna get an early finale crit or what? Just an early sniper shot crit into a finale crit and the opponent instantly surrenders. It's gonna be a bit funnier than that. If anyone remembers that shortest match ever video that I did a while ago, this one might actually beat the record. It might even be a shorter match. He goes for that stun. You see me hovering over the plus 15 dodge and he just fails. He had an 88% chance to stun. I mean, he even had Rite of Execution giving him 8 accuracy. Yeah, he just misses that and immediately surrenders. Which is reasonable because I was gonna get 2 stuns. One into the Crusader, one into the Flagellant, because he missed that. So yeah, there's that. Now I'm playing against a guy which has a Mark team of his own, with an Arbalest, an Occultist, a Bounty Hunter, without the finisher actually. He has Collect Bounty, as well as a Highwayman. So I see that I go first. I just think like, okay, a stunning blow here is gonna do, well, it could do a lot, but there's a chance of missing, like a relatively good chance of missing. So the block of white here is just gonna be absolutely beautiful because it's gonna reduce the damage of all his characters, except maybe the Arbalest, purely because she has that piercing coral to pierce that protection. It's still gonna matter against the Crusader and our own Arbalest though. So yeah, obviously if you get pulled with the Arbalest, you pull the enemy Arbalest, prevent them from shooting. Both of those were 75% pull chances. So yeah, there's gonna be a bit of a back and forth here. What's my advantage here? Well, my advantage here is that I have... Well, now my advantage is that he actually pushed me back with the Arbalest and I get to go for a big sniper shot here. Because I have the Eagle Eye Talisman and not the Stabilizing Tiller, I don't quite do enough. This was probably like my second or third match. I was still running the Reaper Shroud here. He just gets a big sword machine heal there for 21, like, it's totally insane. So yeah, his Arbalest is immediately off the hook and not in a high pressure of being killed right now. You might be asking, why do I have Eagle Eye Talisman instead of Stabilizing Tiller? Also, look at that, 9 damage? Isn't pistol shot supposed to do more damage versus marked? I mean, sure, I have 25% protection, but Jesus. Yeah, we just go for another sniper shot there. Again, we don't get a crit, and we don't get enough damage to just kill that Arbalest. That's annoying. But again, why do I have the Eagle Eye Talisman on this team? Essentially because I want to use my Arbalest before she's the last character acting, and I want to make sure she does actually land her sniper shot. So we have the choice of just going for a potential early finale, or like a Dirk stab, so if she doesn't miss like those high dodge characters round 1. Yeah, here we pulled an Arbalest again, dropping at this door, but there's just another heal for 14 this time. I do believe my opponent does not have any healing skills improved on the Occultist, so he's just getting naturally high rolls. Not that I recommend running a Silver Syringe on the Occultist. You still have just as good a chance of rolling for 0, essentially. And if you roll for something like 5, well, 5 plus 33% is still just like 6 or 7. So it's not helping you too much. Yeah, here we finally drop it to the store, and we get to go first next round, but we don't have a finisher on our Chester, so the death blow chance is going to be a bit worse. I'm thinking, well, I could just drop a Caltrops, but there's a 50-50, I literally do 0 damage. Yeah, there it is. 0 damage because the Arbalest has 5% protection, so you could say, well, what goes around comes around. So yeah, there we go, 0 damage. Of course, this happened before the previous match. I just ordered them in a way that I thought made sense. Now here he goes for a demon pull, actually doesn't pull me. I don't believe he has any pull chance, so it feels good for me. Okay, here I want to try and increase my deathblow chances, as well as removing his Arbalest turn, so we just go for that, because I don't believe I will get the kill with the exam. Not having the finisher at least. So yeah, what should my opponent do now? Goes for a come hitter onto my Arbalest. Maybe just using a finisher would have been better, because just using a finish him, because he might have done enough damage. But considering we have 25% prot, well, maybe he wouldn't. Here I'm thinking, oh, I could just bola, and I do just bola. I bring that Arbalest down a bit further on her deathblow resistance, and I take a riposte for it, but I'm thinking, he doesn't have the finisher immediately. It'll be alright. We might lose our own Arbalest, but I'll have a Crusader at the end of the day, as well as a Jester just about ready to finale. Yeah, he goes for a deathblow chance on me there, 25%. Now I just get to go for a Dirk Stab, and even without the finisher, it's now a 65% chance, and away goes the Arbalest before she can heal twice. So yeah, right now he just gets to go for a finish him kill, which is, well, he doesn't have the finisher, so it would be a 90% chance, which is pretty much confirmed. But, okay. Well, that's why you get the finisher on your bounty hunter. Yeah, so you don't miss those 90% chance death blows. Now I just get to click my Arbalest and just heal her out from death stall, and oh no. Yeah, I mean, you were losing if you got that finish him, but now you are beyond losing. So he goes for Duelist Advance, actually does enough damage, even with my 25% prot. We're just gonna respond with Rally to the Flame for 5. So yeah, she is once again just chilling on her 25% prot, somehow alive. So yeah, he's gonna try and kill her right now, because yeah, he gets a crit for 6, which is really fortunate actually. Because against 25% protection, you usually shouldn't do 6 damage with a Demon's Pull. What can I say? Right now, I really want to finale that Occultist, but I know that I don't have enough damage. So essentially what I'm gonna go for here is doing a bit of damage to the Occultist, and putting myself in a position where I can harvest 2 characters instead of just 1. I of course still check the finale first, but yeah, then I go for a harvest, and I get harvest 2 characters instead of just 1. So yeah, that's awesome. And right now, even if he does get the kill on my Arbalest, which he is gonna go for, we are totally and absolutely 100% winning here. I mean, we would be winning if he got a kill last round, but now we are even more than winning because of the extra bleeds that we have on him. Yeah, we just get a kill on that Occultist. Getting rid of the slot machine is always great because, well, it's a slot machine. It can roll you over really, really fast with a big heal. Now he just goes for a point-blank shot, does 18 damage. Even against our 35% protection. So yeah, not having a Vendetta. I mean, if you had Vendetta, you would have done even more damage. Now we just go for a stunning blow. So yeah, like, our Crusader is down a lot of HP, but his Iron Man is essentially just dead now. As well as, if he clicks next round, he's also gonna lose his riposte, so there's no counterplay. And yeah, it's just totally winning for us. So that's why you don't bring a pure Mark team, and instead you bring Mark but with a bit of stun control in the form of the Crusader, which is essentially just superior. I really don't think pure Mark teams really stand a chance against something like this with stuns and all that. So yeah, we just move our Crusader back because we want to get the confirmed death blow with the finish him. Yeah, now it's over and my opponent just surrenders. So that's another match in the belt for us. Here we're against another veteran guy, which is gonna have a Flagellant in position 1 with really high bleed chance trinkets and all that. So quite an interesting team that he has here. He has 3 characters you don't see too often, as well as a Flagellant going for kind of what looks like maximum bleeds and bleed potential. Yeah, he has a Highwayman, which is going to be trying to repulse. He has a Grave Robber for the stress, as well as a Plague Doctor. Going for Blinding Gas, which is, yeah, that's a lot of stress. That is a lot of stress. It looks like he might not actually have all the trinkets, because I feel like it would be very beneficial for him to just bring the specific Plague Doctor trinket for that for the Blinding Gas. It gives her extra debuff chance and extra stress and all that. So yeah, he would just get a stun to that Flagellant, which is gonna prevent a meaty Rain of Sorrows, because a Rain of Sorrows with Crimson Hook is just gonna deal way too much damage. And here I'm thinking like, oh shit, he didn't click his Flagellant, and he actually put him in position 2. If we get a high damage roll or something, we could kill this Flagellant and like pretty much settle the match right here. Because a stunned Flagellant in position 2 is very, very dangerous. And now we just get to go for this finish here, and it actually does do enough damage. So we have a chance of just getting a death blow with the Snap. We don't even need the finale. So yeah, having a chance of just getting the death blow with the Dirk Snap, I mean, it's very risky not going for a finale here, but I just go for it. I just think like, oh come on, even if he heals here, I'm just gonna shoot him again, use finish him or something, and then he's gonna die next round, even if he survives. Essentially because he also doesn't have Gone to the Bab solution, so he's definitely not a very tanky boy. Here he goes for point blank shot, 15 damage. Quite reasonable, I think that's like an average roll maybe. Yeah, I need to focus either the Plague Doctor or the Grave Robber. I need to choose which is a more valuable character, and I say here, well, the Plague Doctor might be more valuable. So yeah, now we can just get a good sniper shot, even if it's not enough damage, we can just finale or anything of the sorts, really. Here he goes for a lunge, which gets a crit for 20, like that's actually quite massive. My Crusader is essentially kind of screwed now, because between the lunge and the panic darts, he's not doing too well anymore. Now we just go for a sniper shot crit, and you could say that having that extra accuracy from the Eagle Eye Talisman has in fact come in handy, because there was a chance I did miss both those sniper shots. He just goes for Blinding Gas here instead of just healing himself. So yeah, it gives me a chance of just getting a Dirk Snap kill, but oh, she survives the 60. I mean, why wouldn't she? It's a freaking Plague Doctor. I feel like Plague Doctors have boosted chances of surviving death blows, as well as Antiquarians. Antiquarian has completely busted RNG on getting crits, getting hits, dodges, and resisting death blows. And Plague Doctor is kinda good at resisting death blows for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. At least that's my experience. Of course, it's completely just personal bias, but at least that's what I feel like. So yeah, here I could just go for the finish him to get the death blow on the Plague Doctor, but you know me, I'm not gonna go for a confirmed chance kill. I'm probably just gonna want to drop Caltrops here. It's like, oh come on, this is 65. We are very unlucky if we don't get this skill, and yeah, again, we are very unlucky. So the Plague Doctor gets to stay alive. He gets to survive the 60 and the 65% death blow chances. And now he's gonna move forward and prevent me from using a Dirk Stab. Oh my god. So freaking annoying, right? Here I just think, oh, you know what, let's just shoot her and be done with it. And yeah, we miss. Oh. It's like, come on, that Plague Doctor should be beyond dead. And I'm saying, oh, come on, Shep, you could have cured that debuff. But I didn't think I was gonna miss. I have the Eagle Eye Talisman. But yeah, she had like 2 debuffs stacked on us, like minus a metric load of accuracy. So yeah, whatever. He was just gonna go for some damage on the Grave Robber, I believe. So yeah, now she's screwed. That's one more finale buff for us, so damage go burr, essentially. So yeah, even if we get kind of unlucky here, I just know that we don't have to go for confirmed death blow chances, because we essentially have the game in our hands. We just need to finish it off. Getting that early kill on the Flagellant just means that we're totally winning. Yeah, now I finally killed the Plague Doctor, maybe sacrificing my Crusader, but I mean, even with the lunge he only has 45% death blow chance. But you're gonna see here that he's one greedy bastard. He doesn't even go for a lunge. He just uses panic darts and gets a 25% death blow kill. Can you believe it? Yeah, if you have a higher death blow chance, you should probably just take it. Yeah, well, what can I say? Here once again we have lower accuracy chances, but hey, we still get a hit and a crit. So I don't feel like that's something that should happen. If you have lower chances of hitting, like something like between 70, if you have like lower than 70% hit chance, you should be unable to crit. I mean, that's just my opinion, because you're getting rewarded for going for risky plays. I mean, just hitting should be your reward, not getting a crit on top of it. But you know, that's how the Butcher Circus works. It's a completely broken and unbalanced game. So, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's still one of my favorite games, so I can say it's unbalanced however much I want. I still enjoy playing it. Here we just act out, go for a sniper shot on that Grave Robber, so that's quite handy that we did the correct act out. And now we just get to go for 2 death blow chances here. It's gonna be the come hither as well as the Dirk Stab, and the Grave Robber should just be dead. Yeah, there it is. And GG, this is like match number, I can't really remember, probably like around 10. Now, this is like a blast from the past. I'm playing against Richtefen, the zombie killer. This guy here has been around since the first days of the Butcher Circus. I feel like everyone who's a veteran and played like in the early weeks knows who this guy is, and just like played a bunch of matches against him. With his weird and interesting teams, it's like he never brings like what's absolutely meta. He loves his Flagellants and always brings like some sort of interesting setup. So here he has kind of a killing front line, essentially, in the form of a Flagellant using the finisher and the Hemlock, and the Crusader has the Sacred Blade and the finisher. So here in this match I'm gonna take it really slow, because I do not want to lose a match against Richtefen, because I have not played against this guy in like almost 1 year. So imagine finally you get to match against him again. Yeah, I do not want to lose. So because he went first and dropped the Battle Ballad, I'm just gonna respond with a stun on his Crusader, which is just feeling great here. So yeah, very interesting trinkets on his Arbalest. Definitely works out for him there. He had enough accuracy because of the Battle Ballad. And yeah, drops my Jester down to essentially dead. Round 1. But you know what they say, what goes around comes around. And we get to do a really high damage finish on this Crusader, which matters a lot more than doing damage on the Jester, even though doing damage on the Jester is important as well. Here what I would have gone for, not getting that crit finish him, would be just to heal the Jester and then just go for a Dirk Stab. But because we did get a crit finish, I'm just thinking, oh, we can kill this Crusader and just settle the match right here. So yeah, we go for a sniper shot on our Crusader, and we are probably just gonna see a Dirk Stab deathblow here. So a Crusader, like a character which is unbelievably tanky, just dead round 1. And yeah, there's that Dirk Stab, and Crusader drops, and our Jester is still alive. He has a 50-50 chance of killing us with the Punish him, but there's a chance he doesn't. Here, for some very unknown and unfortunate reason, I mean, you can see Richtofen is still here because he was moving his mouse around, I could see that, but the torch kind of just broke, and he very honorably surrenders knowing that he was in the losing position. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed playing against Richtofen. It looks like he had a very interesting team, and it could have been a bit of a funnier matchup had he not, had the torch not been broken. And oh no, 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 would you look at that? I'm playing against the WD, and he has an exotic snuff on his Arbalest. So anyone who's seen my videos knows what I think of this matchup. I just think that the WD, which is, you know, the world domination team, it's what he's bringing, it has a winning matchup against Heylow comp, purely because the Abomination is a much more effective character early on than just the Jester, because I mean the Jester is going to be dropping a Harvest, he's going to be dropping a Dirk Stab, and the Abomination is going to be slamming your ass. He's going to be getting those stuns. He has 2 stunning characters. He just has so much more potential than the Jester early on. And yeah, let's evaluate what's going on right here. So we see a pull missing and then another pull missing, and now he went for a stun on my Jester, and I can just flare it away with Rally to the Flame. He goes for another stun on the Jester, really risky. That stun right there, 60% hit chance, and he misses. So that feels beautiful for us. That means we get to go for a nice stun here on either of his characters. So overall, quite a fortunate start for us because we managed to resist the pull even without the exotic snuff. So yeah, overall that's feeling great. He can just go for another illuminating flare here. He just decides to go for a sniper shot. Again, not a confirmed hit chance, but because he went last, he gets a lot of extra damage. So yeah, here we can drop a Dirk Stab like. No, Harvest, like, okay, you got a bit of damage and you got a few bleeds. What's that doing for you? Nothing. Or you can get another stun here, and yeah, the Jester just very low HP, the dodge is unreliable, and now he's stunned as well. So I need to try and keep him alive, of course. So we're just gonna use the Crusader first. Instead of using the Arbalest round first, because we want to keep the Arbalest round as much as possible, essentially. So here he pulls us forward and once again gives us a chance to just use Illuminating Flare, which is gonna feel good, but it's probably gonna be met with another Illuminating Flare and then a stun on our Arbalest, which is really a winning move in my opinion. So I just decide to move forward with Bounty Hunter, hoping that he doesn't get a crit sniper shot on my Arbalest, and also banking on maybe the 5% protection doing its worth, but it didn't. He got come hither for 2 damage, which was fortunate, and now he gets to do 36. So yeah, that's quite unfortunate for us, but it's fine. We get a crit bandages, so we're back up to 18. It's not gonna matter too much though. He's definitely still gonna do 18 damage against a marked character, especially because he got a crit on his Arbalest. So the more crits you get, the more damage you do against marked characters, which is just completely insane. So even if you manage to resist, I mean, if you manage to survive a crit from the Arbalest, she's doing more damage to you next round. So it's just Arbalest things, you know. So yeah, now he goes for a stun, and I just take this opportunity to flare it away because I do want to keep my stunning character, as well as getting this opportunity to just flare away the mark. I didn't need to flare away the mark, but having the Arbalest turn just go first means that the mark goes away. Now he gets to go for a slam here and rolls for 20. 20 is maximum. He could not do more than 20. That slam does like 9 to 16 and he somehow rolls for 20. It's just freaking insane. So yeah, the slam really hurt. Even if he doesn't knock us back, it still really hurt. And you're gonna see that that slam, that really high damage for 20 might matter a bit later. Here he just goes for eliminating flare, which is a perfectly reasonable play. He didn't want me to get the unbelievable finish him damage on Crusader, but we still roll for a decent amount. So yeah, that's fine for us. That is fine for us. So yeah, now he has a choice of what he wants to do with his bounty hunter, and just goes for a finish him for a collect bounty for 8 damage. So that's not a lot. That wasn't too much of a useful play. So you can see that things are going relatively well for us. It's kind of been a back and forth on the RNG. Just the biggest RNG he got right there was that big damage slam on the bounty hunter. That really hurt. But yeah, overall this is working relatively well, and here my opponent goes for a huge freaking misplay. He heals with the Arbalest instead of healing with the Crusader, and now I just get to go for a stunning blow, and he doesn't have a healer anymore. So huge misplay by my opponent there, just absolutely huge. Which is probably gonna allow me to get a death blow on his Crusader here. So yeah, that's looking great. Now he gets to go for another slam. Somehow rolls for 20 twice. It's just, don't ask me. Don't ask me how that happened. And yeah, now I definitely want to keep my bounty hunter alive. I do not want to get him, let him get a free death blow right here. I'm just thinking, well, now he's gonna drop a finish him on my Jester, and this is essentially gonna have to be a trade because he's gonna go first next round either way, and yeah, my Jester is not gonna be having a good time. But no, he just drops a Caltrops, goes for overall doing a bit of pressure on my entire team, which is an idea, but I feel like for him it would have been superior to just drop my Jester now, and next round he would drop him again. So here I'm thinking, I want to confirm death blow on that Crusader. I want to confirm death blow. I don't want just a Derg Stab, because that's not a confirmed death blow, and if we don't get it, it's game over. So I decide to go for a finale on the Abomination. 11 to 20 with a crit chance. So we roll for 11. Come on, we roll for 11. I needed a high damage roll there. I needed like a 20. I needed a crit for 27 or something. But yeah, we roll for not a lot, and now my entire team is in shambles. And I'm down a finale, but his Crusader is dead. But his Abomination should be at least at at half HP right now. So getting an 11 on that finale roll really hurt there. The RNG just not working out too well for us. So yeah, he just gets to de-transform now and potentially go for a stun on the Arbalest or the Bounty Hunter. I mean, whatever he thinks is best. Going for a stun on the Arbalest means that she doesn't drop to 0 HP. But unless he gets a crit, but it is a confirmed chance of stunning, essentially. So yeah, right now my entire team is slowly ticking down, and his Crusader, his Abomination is still feeling kinda okay, but he dazed himself, so I get to go for a finish him. 9 to 22 and roll for 10. Come on, dude, that Abomination should be at 0 HP right now, or at least really freaking close to 0 HP. But no, he isn't. He's totally alive. He's perfectly chilling in his 16 HP madness. It's just very unfortunate that we got really low damage rolls there. Also not crits with these relatively high crit chance actions. So it's just beyond unfortunate for us here. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the WD team under most situations should win this matchup like 4 times out of 5, essentially, as long as the other player doesn't mess up, which he did. He did some questionable plays, but just having an Abomination instead of a Chester just means that, I mean, you can get dodge memed a bit, but overall you're having a good time. And yeah, imagine if this Derg Stab was a death blow here. Imagine that, a death blow, and even better, a death blow crit, meaning that the Bounty Hunter would go to position 2. That would be beautiful, because even though we have 3 characters essentially on the verge of Death's Door, we still have the Crusader for the endgame. So yeah, now there's gonna be that, and this Abomination can essentially just Just, he should be dead. He should be dead, but we need to try and get a deathblow on him if we want to have any chance of winning this match. Fortunately, we don't roll for 7 on the 7 to 10. If we rolled for 7, I would have just surrendered the match immediately, because then it was totally over. But now we still have a slight winning chance. We just need to potentially survive 1 or 2 deathblows, or just get lucky and get a crit finish him, or a crit stab on this Abomination to still have a winning chance, essentially. Because if we can stay alive a bit longer with our characters, we can potentially just kill this A-bomb, and then the Crusader can kind of 1v2 at the end, as long as the enemy characters are in too high values of HP. So yeah, now the Abomination falls. Too late. The Abomination falls too late. Here we just go for a harvest. 73. Dodge. Fuck, dude. 73% chance, and it's a dodge. A harvest there. A good harvest would have dropped that Bounty Hunter down to 0 HP. Which would have been just absolutely perfect. No, not 0 HP, sorry. It would have dropped him to half HP, which would have been great for us, because it would have at least denied the Arbalest's return. So yeah, of course he just gets to go for a death blow onto our Bounty Hunter, and now the Jester refuses the heal, but it's okay, he can still survive. It's only a 25% death blow chance. We should be fine, and oh. Yeah. So he gets a 25% death blow chance, and our Jester does not survive. His entire backline is at full HP, and yeah, it's just, we got kind of unfortunate here, let's be honest. Now he still has 2 characters, both at full HP. It's not looking good for us. I mean, we have a Crusader, like, Crusader late game, yes! But can he really 1v2 against 2 characters at full HP? It's just, no, he kinda can't. I'm not gonna surrender, of course, because I always believe in the power of the boss of this gym, but we would have to get unbelievably lucky here with either the stunning chances or the death blow chances to even have a chance of winning this match. Essentially, what I need to do here is just kill that Bounty Hunter before I drop to 0 HP and the Arbalest start getting death blows. But because the Bounty Hunter is a relatively kind of high stun resistance at 50, yeah, it's gonna be difficult. Here my opponent misplays once again and misses out on some damage, going for the Arbalest first, so he doesn't get the plus 15% damage. Here we fortunately get that stun, like, that's actually pretty freaking good. But yeah, here he's just gonna misplay again. He's gonna use Bola first. I mean, you're gonna be saying, come on, 15% damage, that's not doing too much. But it can do some. It can do something. It's 15% damage can matter. So here I'm gonna go for what I actually now think in hindsight might be a misplay, because I just need to kill this Bounty Hunter. Even if I don't get the stun, the damage would probably be good. And not having Zealot's accusation here is, well, I mean, I don't know. I'd rather just go for the stuns. But yeah, essentially I feel like going for a stun there on that Bounty Hunter would have been better last round, because now I get to go for this stun, but if I don't get a stun on his Bounty Hunter next round, I'm pretty much essentially dead. So even with my high and mighty Crusader, oh, 2 damage, fucking hell. Yeah, 2 damage on my Crusader. It's just, if I don't get a stun here, I essentially just die. So you can see just how close this match was. Oh, to add insult to injury, we miss a 90% death blow chance. At the very least here, our opponent is, you know, remembers what he's doing and remembers to go for a confirmed finish him. And there it is, and it's game over. I shouldn't need to remind you that if we had killed that Bounty Hunter, we could essentially perma-stun that Arbalest. With Exotic Snuff it would have been a bit harder, but yeah, there it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and that was the 21st match. So we got 20 games win streak. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.